Yeah, hello. Welcome to the episode 3 of HTML tutorials. I hope you enjoyed the last two parts, okay, and started to make your HTML files. So here I will start with the image tag and the A tag, okay. So first of all, in short, image img, that is the tag which is mentioned here, okay. This tag is used to include an image on the web page, okay. Means if you are creating a web page, then this tag will be used to include an image. How we will do that, we will just go ahead and see, okay. Excepted the A tag is used to include a hyperlink, or you can say a website link in the website page. If you want to mention a website link, then you can use this tag to do that, okay. So now moving forward towards the image tag, okay, how we can include an image to our web page, okay. So for that we need to understand the attributes, okay. Like when we use this img tag, there are some attribute which comes with that, okay. Like if you want to include an image, okay, then you need to at least mention its path, okay, like from where you are going to include that image, okay. So on the source you just need to provide the source of that image, the path of that image. Like if you are having the image in the same folder where your HTML file is saved, then what you can do, you can just directly give the name of that image file, okay. And if assume that the image file name is image.jpg, then what you will do, you will write this src is equal to, and you will use the quotes, okay, and in between the quotes you will put that file name of the image, okay. Except it image have three more attributes, main attributes you can say. Like the first one is the height and the second one is width, okay. Height and width comes in the pair, like it defines the heights and width of the image, okay. And the last one is the alt attribute, alt, will be mentioned in the code. I will show you the code as well, okay. With the alt tag you can define a alternate text for the image in case somehow the image is not loaded, okay. Maybe you given a link for the image and that is not loading, then the alt description or the alt text will appear instead of the image, okay. So let's see it in the code and working on the website, okay. So we will see how it is working on the website. Here is the code which I included, okay, for the image, that is img tag, okay. And after that here you can see src is equal to image.jpg. Here is you need to mention the path of the image, okay, including the name, okay. If it is in some folder, then you need to specify the path for that folder, and after that you need to include the name of that image, okay. So, right now I am using the same folder, okay. In the same folder I saved the HTML file as well as the image, so it is directly fetching it, okay. So and moving forward, the width and the height attributes defines the width and height of the image, and I forgot to mention it all needed to be in between the quotes, okay, the double quotes. And here I defined the alt attribute, okay. You can see I given the value the computers to the alt attribute. I will show you alt attribute in working, okay. So first of all, see the page where I included all this, okay. Here you can see I used the paragraph. This is a paragraph, and after that I use image attribute, okay. Sorry, the image tag and its all attributes, okay. Just let's see, okay. This file, the HTML file which I was showing you, it's now opened on the web page. Okay, you can see this is a paragraph, and after that you can see this image, right? This image is already saved in the same folder and now it's included in the web page, so that is why it's showing you. Okay, now we will just go ahead and use the alt attribute here. If we will just give the image name wrong, that will stop the web page to show the image. Okay, let's see. Now that image is gone. Okay, still you can see the computers is showing. Okay, you can see this text, that is the computers. Okay, so that is the alt text, because the image is not loading this time, so that is why it is showing you the alt for that image. Okay, now we will just make it correct. Okay, so it will again start you to show the image. So you got it, I think. Okay, now moving forward to the next thing which we came here for. Okay, now first of all we need to know about attributes. Okay, there are some specific attributes for some of the tags and there are some common attributes. Okay, so let's start with the attributes. First of all we need to understand what are the attributes. Okay, so HTML attributes provide additional information about the HTML elements, as you can see it is written here. So now all kind of tags can have attributes. Okay, and attribute provide the additional information about the elements. And one more thing, attributes need to be specified in the starting tag. That means when you use a tag, it usually comes in a pair. Okay, I already told you about pair and non-pair tags. Okay, so if it is a pair tag, then you need to mention it in the opening tag. Okay, that's it. You need to mention the attributes in the opening tag. Okay, and as we already seen the image source attribute, we need to provide some kind of source, and height we need to provide the height. So like it comes in a pair. When you use an attribute, you give a value to it. Okay, like name of the attribute and the value of the attribute. Okay, and now we will just move forward to the a tag, which I just mentioned earlier in the lesson, in the very starting. Okay, that is the tag which is used to include an website link to your web page. Okay, and we will also use that code. Okay, which I just mentioned it here, like a, and here href is a new attribute which just used for the a tag. Okay, href defines the link which you are going to include. So here it will be the syntax of it, a href is equal to, in between the quotes you need to mention the website name, then you need to just close the a tag. After that you need to mention that text on which you want that link. Okay, if I am writing visit our HTML tutorial, then the link on that page will be this. Okay, which I just mentioned here. Okay, and then you need to just close that a tag. Okay, like that we can use a tag, and now we will see it in working. Okay, here after the image I use some other codes which I am just going to tell you afterwards in the video, and after that you will see this code a href, here the same code which I just mentioned in the last notepad. So let's see how it's working or not. Okay, we will just refresh the page. Here you can see this is the text. Okay, if I will click on that, then it will open that website which is mentioned on that text. Okay, now it's opening that website. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so on the same, and in the description you will get this code on the same web page. Okay, so just see the description and you will get the code in a link. Okay, I mentioned a link in the description. You just need to open it and you will get the whole code which I am just teaching you today. Okay, so now going towards the attributes. Okay, we need to read some more attributes here. Okay, because the image and a tag both are done, and now as we mentioned the attributes, we need to know a little about the attributes. Okay, so there will be some attributes which we will mention. We already discussed alt, height, width, src for the image. These are all attributes, and except it we mentioned a href tag for a. Without that, the href tag, the a is like will be not working. It will not provide you a link. Okay, so now going towards style attribute. Okay, the style attribute is used to add styles to add an element. Okay, like if you are using the style attributes in a paragraph. Okay, so that style attribute defines its color, its font, its size, and some more things. Okay, so we will just see one of that. Okay, and we will understand that, because style have a lot of elements and we will discuss it later. Okay, except it we will see the lang attribute. Okay, that is used to mention the language of the HTML page. Okay, that is used within the HTML tag. Okay, the main tag which you used in the starting of the document, you need to mention that tag lang tag in that the first opening HTML. Okay, except it the title attributes defines some extra information about an element. Okay, like if you are using it in a paragraph, then you can give some kind of information, like when you provide title, then you can just give it a heading. Okay, or the summary thing. Okay, so when somebody will hover on that paragraph, that will show them the title of that paragraph. Okay, so we will just go ahead and check all these things in the code. Okay, so here we are. So first of all, I used the lang tag. Okay, so you don't need to just see, because nothing is going to change after using this lang tag, but it is just defining that the English language is used in this web page. Okay, and moving towards the other attributes. Okay, here I used the title tag just after this line. See here width and height attribute of an image tag, and after that I used a paragraph, and that is showing the title is equal to in between the commas it is para title. Okay, and this is a paragraph. Okay, now let's see it in working. Okay, because we already made this. So here it is. You can say when I am hovering on this one which is just before the image, that is written this is a paragraph, you can see para title is just came. Okay, so that means that is showing the title of this paragraph. Okay, like that you can use a big paragraph and you can define its title with the title attribute. Okay, and now going towards the code again, and we mentioned about the lang tag, the para tag, and except it we also mentioned about the style tag. Okay, now just going towards the end of the code, here we have the style tag or style attribute. Okay, here I used something more. Okay, I used in nested HTML, like a attribute within an attribute. Okay, when you use an attribute within an attribute, the first use attribute will be executed first. Like if you are using h1 tag and using a paragraph in between the h1 tag, then that paragraph will become that heading. Okay, the complete paragraph will become the heading. Okay, that is the use of nested HTML, and with that means you can do a lot of things, and we will discuss it later, because many times we are going to use the nested HTML. Okay, so here we have this style tag, and style tag we define the color of this paragraph, color and blue. Okay, here, and with this double dots. Okay, you need to use this double dot, and after that you need to close that by this one. Okay, just see that. Now what you need to do, you just need to use this code. Okay, and you can see I just define that the color is blue. Okay, so we will just go ahead and see. I just change it. This is a blue paragraph. Now I'm just saving this file. Okay, every time you are including a bunch of code, you need to save it and you need to refresh the page to see the changes. Okay, so now I just refresh the page. Here you can see this is a blue paragraph. Okay, so what I done, I just used a style attribute. Okay, instead of the blue we can use another color, like if we want to use red color instead, then we can just mention red here. Okay, in the style color attribute, like that we can use the font in between that style, except it we can use the other attributes as well. Okay, means other elements of the style tag. Okay, let me save it. Now it becomes red. Okay, when the HTML5 came, there are many attributes which cannot be used in HTML5, like that the body of the HTML have various attributes, but now that cannot be used in the HTML5, so it becomes a little worthless. Okay, like you can define the BG color, that means the background color of the whole web page with the body attribute. Okay, and like another attribute is like the background, the BG color. In background you can use an image, but it was just the topic of the old HTML. Now you can't use it, so I am just leaving that part, because we need to just focus on the latest technology. Okay, so in the next lesson I will come with another video, okay, about the HTML, and just don't forget to subscribe my channel to means complete this tutorial, and you will get a lot of new kind of codings. Okay, and HTML is not like forgotten thing after means CMS kind of things came in, like WordPress or Drupal. Okay, then HTML is still used. Okay, means you can use the HTML for adding some kind of additional codes. Okay, because sometimes you require that when you want to do a little change in the web page, then you can add an HTML to any of these kind of scripts or CMS. Okay, so HTML is still very useful and used to make the web pages. And in the next chapter I will come with the HTML forms. Okay, like when you go to a website, then what you do, you just usually get a form like name and some information, some phone. Okay, that is the use of a form. Okay, a form. Okay, so we will just discuss the form section in the next chapter, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.